show us on it, I guess.
It's recording. Hey everybody, welcome to the 1099 Ladies Cary chapter. And I'm here at Vibe, where we will be hopefully next month, because the owner of this very fine establishment has a lot of great safety protocols in place, making it a safe place to come and for women to come and connect. Unfortunately, I'm not that savvy with doing Zoom in the phone, so I don't know how to turn the camera around. So I'm just gonna turn the camera away from me and give you a quick tour. I'm gonna come over to the front door and show you. Here we go. When you first walk in, you can see that there's hand sanitizer, no need to touch the second door. There's a sign-in sheet there, but you can, when you do the hand sanitizer, you can just go it over the pen to keep that really nice. And when you come in, of course, you have the fabulous owner of this fine establishment to greet you. But this space is so lovely in that it can really socially distance everybody.
Slower, Linda.
What's that?
You're making us a little nauseous. Go a little slower.
Okay, you mean I'm talking too fast or moving too fast?
Moving too fast.
Okay. So I'm gonna stand still. So I'm just gonna walk into the next room slowly. And there are all these little spaces where you can socially distance yourself. So if you are a person that works from home, this is a really great alternative, because about now everyone's going stir crazy wanting to get out of the house. And if you're looking for a safe place to connect, then this is a very viable option. It's kind of the reason why I came here tonight, is just to do the live from here. I'm gonna sit in this very beautiful chair. Sorry for moving so fast. But there we go. So I can see Jean is exercising. She's gonna look so fabulous at the end of this quarantine. We're all gonna be jealous of her, right, Jean? Oh, she's muted. Can you hear me, gorgeous?
I can hear you. I'm huffing and puffing.
So, you know, if you want to do an exercise class here at Vibe, maybe just do a one-off to show everybody what you're working with. Maybe we should talk to Leah about coming out here, and she can space everybody apart in the big room or something. And maybe you could do that. What do you think about that idea, Jean?
Maybe.
Okay.
I have to get permission.
So game on for some social interaction, are you not? So me and Leah are like steroids. So this is like a prison sentence for us, yes?
No, actually, I've been okay because we've never closed.
Well, I know, but I mean, wouldn't it be nice to have a lot of people here?
Oh, absolutely.
And be fully rented out.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's what I'm trying to say. So work with me here, girl. Anyway, so tonight is actually, I came here to first show you the space, and hopefully I'm looking forward to June be back in place. Now, I wanted to sort of go on film saying that originally I was supposed to go to Charlotte for 6 months for training for a position that I have decided I no longer want to do. So I'm not going to Charlotte. And in that decision-making, I had made this group down to once a month, but I think I'm going to go back to twice a month the way it used to be in June as well. So I'm looking to meet here on Thursdays, probably the second and fourth Thursday of the month, kind of what I had in place before all this crazy nonsense. So if one Thursday a month works for you, that's totally fine. If you want to come out twice, all the better. It's always better with you here. And I'm looking to help you grow your business. So let's talk about what we can do together for me to help you. Right now, Jean's on the call, and as you can see, she's doing exercises. And right away, I'm thinking, hey, maybe one time we meet, everybody come in relaxed clothing, or bring relaxed clothing and go to the ladies' room and change. And we can do 20 minutes or 30 minutes, part of our networking, we can do some exercises with Jean, and then come back to socially distanced that way, so that you're getting your exercise in, you're getting your networking in. We're helping Jean grow her business because we can all check in and kind of give a testimonial for her. Let's support each other during this time. Let's get together and see what we can do for each other to help each other, because that's what really this is all about, is connecting and helping. And I know sometimes people think, well, that doesn't make me any money, but that's not true. That's completely incorrect thinking. The fact of the matter is, there's even a law in physics that says for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. There's a law of reciprocity. The more you give away, the more that comes. Be generous in connecting people. You know why? People will naturally reciprocate and connect you to somebody you need to meet that helps you grow your business. So let's look for ways where we can help and support each other. Jean, aren't you like Team Connect or what?
Team Connect, what does that mean?
Means getting together and connecting other people. So if you met somebody who needed a virtual assistant, wouldn't you say, hey, I know Wendy?
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely. Yes, I'm a big fan of this concept that Linda has put together.
Well,
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it's a way for you to meet other people, not just for your business, but like you said, we're building relationships, we're getting to know each other, we're getting to know what each other needs. So then as I get to know Wendy, you know, I'm able to say, hey, this girl is awesome. You know, Laura, just tons of people that I would never have met if it wasn't for this group. So I've gained business and I've been able to give business. So I appreciate it.
yeah, in fact, you know what? There was a time when Jean had extra inventory that was discontinued, and we did a fashion show and helped her liquidate it. And we had so much fun in the process. So it was like win-win. We got together, we laughed, we trolled around, we played fashion show Barbie, and then we helped her her inventory. So, you know, I just feel like it's like a sisterhood, and that we're not in competition with each other. We don't, and I know lots of Ruby Ribbon reps. I help everybody. There's no reason not to connect and know and help. And some Ruby Ribbon reps are doing it full time. Some are part time. One of the girls that was part time was out of a job. We offered to help write her resume. We connected her to other places, which, you know, back to her full time work to get her connected again. You know, so it's not like, oh, I know one Ruby Ribbon girl, that's it, I'm done. No, that's silly. We're people before we're anything. You know, we're women, we're mothers, we're wives, we're sisters. So I just feel like this is really something that benefits everybody. And it's better with you here. So the more, the merrier. Hey, Wendy, I see you're back out on your lovely porch.
Yes.
Were you able to hear?
I heard it all. I just had shifted it while you were talking I didn't feel like being on camera the whole time like that.
Oh, you didn't want to make us stir crazy like I did to you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry. I don't have any background in filming or cinematography. That's totally.
You can't move your camera like this. It goes too fast. It makes people sick.
Well, I know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to be helpful and not make people sick. Definitely not the goal.
Yeah.
So Wendy, did you hear the idea about maybe one of the meetings, Jean comes and we do like 20 minutes, half an hour of exercise and then half an hour of networking as maybe one of the times that we meet as a thing to do, like instead of a speaker?
Yeah, she could be like our speaker, but just do the exercise kind of thing.
Exactly.
With it, as far as that goes.
That's her
if
presentation.
She wants to do something like that. Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Leah's space is big enough that we can all be like 6 feet apart and follow along and follow all the rules and be very safe, but yet, you know, get some exercising in.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be something fun. I haven't done that before, so it'd be something different.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So I did message a lot of people, but I guess the availability was limited. I know Alice was saying she's at the chiropractor, and Krista Phillips is working. She's actually back at work wearing a mask, but some
Oh,
of
I
our
didn't know that she worked. I didn't realize she worked.
well, she works. What happens is she likes to drop her kids' clothing when they go off at a certain consignment shop that's near the house.
Okay.
She went in there one day and it was like advertising for workers, and she filled out the application and they hired her on the spot. No big surprise there because she's wonderful. And it's kind of nice because she's meeting women and getting out of the house, which her children are homeschooled by her husband. And so he's in charge. And sometimes, you know, what happens when you have two parents home, they try to pit you against each other.
Yep.
So it's kind of nice for her to, you know, give him room to do his part of whatever he's doing. And it gives her a chance to get out and just talk to other girls. And she loves the
definitely.
So, and then she gets paid for being out of the house.
Yeah.
So there's always, that attribute is nice too.
Definitely.
So how are you doing today? Anything new and exciting?
I signed on and I went to the Glow networking, which is part of the Gardner Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And I checked that out. And they had a woman that was speaking there about finding your roar, like a lion kind of thing. And she was really good speaker as far as that was concerned. So it was just something different that I had never been to before. Obviously, it was virtual.
Right.
And
I've been doing some virtual things too. And I went to one thing where it was like how to be more productive, you know, how to get 5 hours out of your every 5 minutes.
Oh,
and do you want to know what her big secret was?
What?
Outsource the work to the Philippines, where they work like 10 cents on the dollar.
Really?
Yeah, and the talent pool is so much better. And don't feel bad about paying them less because their cost of living is so much less. And that the money that you're giving them, even though it's pennies to us, is a fortune to them.
Wow. That's a little scary in a way. I know from like my corporate jobs where, you know, they said, oh, bring an intern in or bring somebody else in to try to help them, you know, to gain experience. And you had to be really careful what you gave them because in that realm of like hiring an intern, they may not be familiar with doing things. And you do have to weigh, is it worth my time to show somebody, train somebody, take the time to train somebody to do things for me versus doing it myself, you know, kind of thing. You have to evaluate those types of things. But when you hire people in another country, I think there's the huge language barrier.
Yes. And it's funny that you say that because I have a friend who did this very thing. She wanted graphics made for her business, and she wanted a softball, right? And it came back with a baseball, and then it came back with a soccer ball because she tried to say a softball was bigger than a baseball. So and then there was a golf ball. And so by the fifth time is what she got, what she wanted. So while it was maybe cheaper, she was like, even when you add up all the mistakes, I was still ahead money-wise. Yeah, but what about time? Isn't time something? And grief. And how frustrating.
Right.
And then what about Buy American? I mean, what about that? So I'm kind of a patriot. I don't like to talk politics, but I am proud to be an American. And I do believe in supporting our country and the people who live in it. And I wish everybody on the whole planet well. I'm not saying that. It's just, I just think not everything is just about dollars and cents. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yep. Definitely.
And what about any other networking events you've gone to? Anything?
I didn't go to anything really big this week. No, nothing. That was the only one today on Thursday was the new one. Um, but I always think that, I have to limit my networking to make sure that it's worth my time to see what am I getting out of it? What am I doing with it as far as that goes? So,
Yeah. Well, I went to a BNI this morning and had 42 people on the call. And while that's and it's funny, at first I was like very impressed, but then you realize with 42 people, you have very little chance to speak to anybody or learn anything about anybody. It was almost too big. So
yeah, you would have people on a regular basis.
Everybody had 30 seconds. And after 30 seconds, you got muted. And he's like, I have to do this or we won't get through it. We won't be able to get the meeting done in an hour. Because with 42 people, you realize that's like 21 minutes of introductions. That's a third of the whole time just introducing everybody. And then in the end, you had 15 seconds to do a shout out. So it's kind of funny. Joe Navarro is on the call. He was the only person I knew. So I immediately said, okay, well, I give a shout out to Joe, that he is jumped in and built professional development so that when people come out on the other side of this, they're better and stronger. And great job, Joe. And he's like messaging me in the chat, thank you, Linda. But it was very remarkable because I always thought, oh, big numbers. But I realized 10 women is so much better than 40 women because 10 women, everybody has a few minutes to speak or ask a question or share an idea. With 42, you don't have time. It's unless you go to a 2-hour meeting, if you can flex it out. But a lot of times people literally have an hour and 15, and then they've got to jump on and do something else. So now I realize maybe having some huge meeting isn't the be and end all that I thought of previously.
Yeah. Definitely. Sometimes less is more.
Yes. Exactly. So Jean was trying to exercise and the dog is getting all in her face.
I was hoping you didn't see that.
It was so cute. It's like, oh, your fur baby loves you.
So Jean, what are you doing besides exercising at home?
She's probably trying to get ready for those ruby ribbon swimsuits that are just coming out this time of the year.
Oh yeah, they're on sale right now, actually.
So normally they're like $130. What's the going rate for them now?
Well, they're 25% off.
Oh, so like $100.
Don't make me do math in my head.
Well, that's 25, 30. So they're about $99 right now.
Yeah, instead of 130.
Yeah. So I own one of those bathing suits, and the fabric is so thick. Like a lot of times you buy a cheaper suit, one season, it's done. Maybe two if you hardly use it, kind of a deal. But I'm somebody that does swimming all the time, scuba diving. Like I wear my suits, and they need to stay in place too. They can't be getting lost and washed out to sea. So there's that part too. But what I like about the Ruby Ribbon is that they have those little slimming panels. So you actually look kind of cuter in your suit because it's kind of like part suit, part girdle. Not exactly, but almost. So I like that about it too, because I don't do all the exercise that Jean does.
I'm getting it, girl.
I'm about to get better about that.
I need you in my group. We have to be accountability partners.
I know, we talked about that pre-pandemic, and we need to, get back into that and do that again because, I went to a gym and I was telling this guy how I wanted to lose weight, and he said, okay, Linda, I want to explain something to you. You definitely can lose weight with diet. It's a very successful strategy. But all the dieting in the world won't put one muscle on your body. So my question is, do you want to be thin or do you want to be strong? So I was like, oh man, you had me at hello. I want to be strong.
Yep.
But I I have not done much exercising. I mean, I've gone out bike riding once or twice. I've done a few YouTube videos, but I've not been consistent. So I think that's where the whole, remember we talked about that? Where
Yep.
if you have an accountability partner and if you make like little contests between each other, that it doesn't matter
I've
who
been
wins the
going-
contest, everybody wins if you're consistent.
Yeah, I've been going live on my page every Thursday, Saturday, and Monday at 9 o'clock
At 9 o'clock, I'm going to have to,
a.m.
yes, that's fine. Now that I'm self-employed, that's actually a reality for me.
I'm only doing like 10 minutes. It's almost kind of like a warm up to get you on your way to do something else, get your blood pumping. Nothing
Okay.
huge. But I at least have at 9 o'clock. I have to start at 9 o'clock. So for me personally, it's been making me do it because I've committed to those 3 days at 9 o'clock.
What are the days again?
Thursday, Saturday, and Monday.
Does that work in your schedule, Wendy?
Probably not. I'm usually already on the computer doing my stuff for all my clients. I have a client that I try to get my stuff done for her by 8, or
So
start at 8, I should say.
here's the thing. She's doing a Facebook Live. You can go watch it at lunchtime.
Yep.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. I could.
Yes, you can.
And so, and it's only 15 minutes.
Hit
so
me
what
on the
you can do
replay,
is
girl.
You can
That's
make
true.
it, can make a little rule in your life that you'll do the 15-minute workout or 10-minute, whatever it is, and then you'll eat your lunch.
Mhm.
And then you can go back to work and feel very accomplished.
I'm holding you to it.
I've been going for walks, but yeah, that is probably something I should do. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right?
Well, no, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. You don't, no guilt. I'm just making a suggestion. It's no guilt.
I know.
And what I like about it is, like, say I want to exercise on Tuesday, I just can go back and look at what she did, a prior day, and just do it that day. Because, like, once it's up there, you have access to anytime you want.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the YouTube the weightlifting videos where you can search on weightlifting for mature women, and they have a lot of little 15-minute things because you don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to be on.
I got rid of my weights. Do you know the person that might have taken those from me?
So I actually have a surplus of weight, so we can have a chat if you want some of them back. Because I have an excess of certain poundage. I think I have an excess of the 3 pounds and an excess of the 5 pounds, but I only have one set of 10 pounds. So those I wouldn't part with, but those are on the heavier side anyway.
Yeah.
So if you wanted, that cannot be your excuse. I would definitely give you back a little.
No, we're thinking about some other weightlifting type things. So I'm going to pass on that. But I just thought I'd put it out there.
Yeah, the other thing, you could go into your pantry and get a couple of cans of soup.
I do. That's what I've been doing.
And that is, something is better than nothing. I'm of that school. You know what I mean?
And I have the those elastic things. They're different weights. So I've been using some of those too.
Yeah, I like those because if you drop those on your foot, you don't break a toe. And not that I'm Calamity Jane, but. So I do want to warn you, because I'm on my phone, that it says my battery's low. So we're probably going to have a shorter meeting than normal. What time is it, everybody? I can't.
It's 6:30 right now.
6:33.
Yep.
So we can hang on. I mean, I'm willing to hang on here until my phone kicks me off, but I'm just letting you know that is in our imminent future. And
Did you have a topic for tonight?
So the topic was just to jump on here and tell you that, one, that we're meeting twice. I'm going to go back to twice a month, and that we'd like to go live from the space. And then I'm open to doing unconventional things here, like the exercise idea that I threw out there. And that this was a safe thing to do and not a reckless thing to do. That, there are lots of things in place here that people should feel safe coming here. And then if they wanted, I would, if we were going to do the exercise, I could set up the camera to film us So if you wanted to Zoom in, I could be better prepared and maybe bring my tablet and video, Zoom in while we do the exercise videos. So if you wanted to do it from home, I'm open to that. And then when we sit down to do the networking, I can sit you the Zoom camera at one table and sit somebody there, and you can connect with them, one-on-one, since we'd all be spaced out. I could move the camera around and you could connect with people. I'm totally open to doing a little bit of the outside of the box thing. So I was just going to make those kind of announcements, get any feedback from people, or collaborate on those ideas to see what everyone thought.
Okay.
Did you have a question or a topic that you wanted to bring up?
No, I wasn't sure what was going down for tonight, to be honest with you.
I'm sure I had something else planned and don't recall what it is. That's probably what's going on too.
I can go to the events page and see what you had listed.
That's a good idea.
So how was your drive over there to Cary tonight? How's the traffic?
There's no traffic. I was one of like 6 cars on the road.
Uh-huh. Oh, you were saying your discussion was supposed to be post-quarantine, what's next in your business? So that's perfect, because we are slowly coming out of this this quarantine. So, and you kind of did talk about it, that even now, if you want to slowly get back into the world of work, you can do so by checking out Vibe, as far as that goes.
And I just want to make sure I say that I'm very sensitive to everybody's different thresholds as far as your comfort. And I know that this is a scary time for some people, and that some people live with medically fragile people, and we need to respect that. So I just want to make sure that people, there's no bullying. There's no, if you don't come here face to face, forget you. That's not, absolutely not what I'm saying. I'm saying the complete opposite. So, I just wanted to, be there for people during this time. And I recognize that people still need to make money, and that their bills did not go away, and the need for connecting did not go away. So I'm just looking to see what I can do to help during this time. And if you're seeing this in replay, and you think of something or want to suggest something, dump it in the comments below. Wendy and I both are pretty good at responding to those comments. We're open. We want to hear. Well, no one of us is as smart as all of us. So if you've got an idea, share it. We're interested. We care.
Yeah, and I wanted to remind everybody, because I shared with the Glow group today that Vive is having that virtual mixology and food pairing event.
When is that?
That's tomorrow evening. That's Friday. And I believe it's at 6 to 7. But so there's going to be some people at Vibe who are going to be mixing up drinks. They're obviously going to be doing the social distancing type thing. But they're going to put it out on Zoom as an alternative event for you to attend in the evening to kind of just do something different. And it's free, and you get to learn about how to create appetizers for, Memorial Day weekend, and different types of drinks that you could mix up. And keep in mind that even though the drinks are alcoholic, you can always take a drink and just make it with a little
without
spice.
without the alcohol.
Yeah, to make it non-alcoholic. So I'm going to be checking in on that tomorrow. Hope to see you there.
I might do that. I might do that too, because that sounds really good. That sounds delicious.
Where? Oh, I saw that, I think, somewhere. Where is it posted?
Well, it's on the Vibe page, but there's, I believe they posted in the 1099 Ladies Facebook group and
Okay.
a couple other websites or Facebook pages out there, different groups. The Networking Women of the Triangle, I think it's on there too. So,
Great.
yeah. And of course, you can go to the vibecary.com and it'll be under events on there. So that you have to just register so that they can send you the link.
Yeah, and I think I'm on their email list. So I think I get an email when they do cool events, because I'm pretty sure I have something in my email box. So if you want me to forward you that email, Jean, I can do that.
Yeah, if you don't mind. I might have gotten it because I
might
don't
have
remember
to-
seeing that.
I might have to wait till I get home because my battery's so low on the phone. So it might just be a little bit in a couple of hours,
Yeah.
because I got to drive home and
No
then
worries.
I'll have to make dinner and then I can get on the computer. If you don't feed the children, they eat the mother. Oh.
So, Jean, is everything
I guess
going
that's
good
what
for
Sadie was trying to
you?
do earlier. Me?
Yeah. Is everything going good with your business?
Yeah. We're hanging
It could
in
be
there.
better.
Yeah.
Well, Jean has
Yeah.
a really charmed life. She's married to Mr. Wonderful. She works for her dad, who adores her. And so even though the Ruby Ribbon stuff isn't knocking it out of the park, everything else is sparkly and wonderful, right, Jean?
Yes. And I love that I'm finally working out again. Holy.
I think you muted yourself, Jean. There you go. Oh, nope, it keeps slipping back on you. There you
There
go.
you go. Sorry. My wonderful husband was calling.
Ah.
He is a super nice guy. I got to meet them. They came into the bank when I was working at the bank. They came in together and I got to meet him. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Wendy's married to a really nice guy. In fact, Wendy's husband's name is Gary, and I sometimes call myself Girl Gary because I have so many things in common with her husband. I said to her, now I know why you like me. I'm just like your husband. Not exactly, but we have a lot of
Not
Gary.
exactly, Linda.
yeah. Well, I'm missing the boy parts. Let's go there. But
Yeah.
I don't like to play golf. So we don't have that in common. But
Right.
we do have strong work ethic, strong moral compass. We do have high energy. We do love to talk. We don't know a stranger. I mean, we do have a lot of good things in common, though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Wendy likes me. Has nothing to do with me helping her business.
and because you're fabulous.
Yeah.
So everybody, this is my fan club, the president and the vice president.
Listen, if we're not going to talk much longer, I'm going to go ahead and get off because I got some stuff I should be.
Yep. I'm going to
doing.
end the meeting a little early because I need to go talk to Leah about setting up the calendar for next month and registering for that event tomorrow.
Okay.
So have a great night, ladies. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah.
Bye, Jean.
Glad I got to see both of you.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.